So you might be wondering how the iPhone 15 compares against the iPhone 14 Pro. So let's go and see how both these iPhones compare, in 2023. I don't know why I'm being so weird this video already. Now, the iPhone 15 came out just a couple weeks ago. The iPhone 14 Pro was last year's $1,000 phone. So it's interesting how both of these phones are going to kind of compare. If you want to pick up either one of these phones, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there. You can help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the outside, the iPhone 14 Pro, which again came out last year, on the front had a 6.1-inch Super Retina Extra OLED display, and it was a very good display and it was a very good panel. I like this phone a lot. I still think it looks and holds up very, very well in so many different ways. You have that dynamic island, but you also have ProMotion, which is 120 Hz. That is a really good advantage for this type of phone, and that in and of itself makes this phone, in my opinion, that much better of a deal because you are getting that type of ProMotion technology. With the iPhone 15, on the other hand, this phone has a 6.1-inch display, Super Retina XDR OLED, basically almost the same thing as the 14 Pro, when you kind of think about it. You have that dynamic island at the very top, but you are only getting 60 Hz here. Now, 60 Hz is still fine. I'm sure people are still okay with it, but it is really nice to have ProMotion at 120 Hz, and that is something that I really, really do like on the 14 Pro. So beyond both, the 14 Pro definitely is the better display for sure. In terms of the build quality, I would probably argue that the 14 Pro is the better built one as well. The thing is that I've seen a lot of drop tests of the 15. It doesn't look great, to be honest, in terms of the durability. But even beyond that, I feel like the 14 Pro feels like the more expensive phone. But I really do like how the 15 has this kind of like curved glass to it. It feels very, very nice. They both have no SIM card trace, which is very funny. On the bottom, though, very interesting. You probably already know this, stop me if you heard this before. You have a Lightning port on the iPhone 14 Pro, but you have USB-C on the iPhone 15. That is actually really nice. USB-C right now is still in its infancy on iPhone, so like if you want, it's not really that ginormous of a difference right now, but I feel like in the future it will start changing, and it's a very nice thing to have. If you already have USB-C everything, then you might as well just switch to the iPhone 15 because it's a very, very nice feature. On the back, a little bit of a different setup here as well. So the iPhone 14 Pro, we have a triple camera setup with that LiDAR sensor. The iPhone 15, we have a dual camera setup. Both have frosted glass backs this year, which is very nice, and they both feel almost exactly the same. I thought Apple was going to put like a cheaper type of frosted glass back, but from what I can feel, they feel almost identically the same. Like I can't tell the difference at all. Both have wireless charging, MagSafe capability here, IP certification, lots and lots of overlap between these two. But I will tell you, the one I prefer in terms of the body is the iPhone 14 Pro. I like how the 15 has USB-C, but other than that, I would tell you the 14 Pro is probably the one that is the better one. Better cameras, feels more expensive. It is more expensive probably. The ProMotion display, things like that are very nice, but the iPhone 15 still holds up kind of okay. Now, in terms of the overall software and longevity, this is where things are a little interesting because the iPhone 14 Pro has the same chipset as the iPhone 15 internally. They have the exact same chipset inside. So why is that even important? Well, because if you're talking about software longevity, there is a chance Apple switched up their software in order for them to go ahead and match these two in terms of how long they're going to last. So the Pro models of this year will last as long as the base models of next year. So the Pro models of last year will also basically last as long as the base models of this year. I think that's how Apple's going to start doing it. When you look at the chipsets, that's exactly how Apple kind of designed it right now. So, I could be wrong, I don't know. But if I had to take a wild guess, I would probably say that the iPhone 14 Pro is going to last as long as the iPhone 15 in terms of software. Again, I don't know. We're going to have to wait. But that's kind of an idea that I have. So that kind of covers it up there. Now let's go into a speed comparison between both these phones. The iPhone 14 Pro has that Apple A16 Bionic chip inside of it with 6 gigabytes of RAM. With the iPhone 15, exact same thing. Apple A16 Bionic chip inside of it with 6 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go and see which one's the faster one between both. Okay, there we go. Let's go and clear all the apps. I just opened this one up. So let's get into it. 14 Pro is here. iPhone 15 is here. Phone calls 3, 2, 1. About the same thing. Music 3, 2, 1. iPhone 15 slightly faster here. Hopping into here. App Store 3, 2, 1. Totally, completely messed that one up. Completely my fault. I will tell you though, from what I'm seeing, 120 Hz still looks very good, but 60 Hz is actually decent as well. Like it's not like that bad. And I've always felt like that. I've always felt like on an iPhone, it's not massive differences, but it is a good thing to have on ProMotion. Camera 3, 2, 1. Let's go and take a photo. And like I said, the performance is roughly going to be roughly around the same because they have the exact same chipset. Photos 3, 2, 1. The main difference is going to be this one's a little older, so maybe it has like some background stuff that it's had. Mail 3, 2, 1. 14 Pro slightly faster there. We can try opening up. Let's try Genshin Impact. 3, 2, 1. Now this one's probably going to tell me to update. I'm hoping there's no like random notifications that come up within it because that happens all the time. And the 14 Pro actually looked to be a little bit faster there. Very interesting. Hopping out of here. So I'm getting to another application. We can try Snake versus Blocks. 3, 2, 1. Okay, kind of the same thing, so not that big of a difference here either. Getting into some gameplay, let's see if there's any difference here, which I don't think there's going to be. Hopping out of here, let's go and try Netflix. 3, 2, 1. Okay, perfect. Hopping out of here. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Getting into some gameplay here. Looks pretty good. There's not really like a massive difference here. Hopping out of here. Let's go try Facebook. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Hopping out of here. Let's go try Stack. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Getting out of the X button here. Let's go into some of this gameplay. So let's just kind of tap into it, see if there's any big differences. And I don't think there's going to be big ones, but I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. And I mean, there's going to be just roughly around the same thing. It's kind of addicting playing that game. Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And almost the exact same thing here. I was expecting a bigger difference, but I will tell you, they're basically the same type of performance. Whether you're getting the 14 Pro or the 15, they're going to be almost exactly the same thing. Honestly, I would probably say that with the 14 Pro and the 15 Pro as well, but that kind of covers it up from that perspective. Now, in terms of the camera quality on the outside, you are definitely getting, like I said, a better camera in my opinion on the iPhone 14 Pro. You're getting a wide and ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 15, 14 Pro wide, ultra-wide, and telephoto lens. So a slightly better lens on the iPhone 14 Pro, and you're getting a LiDAR sensor, which is kind of nice to have. Now the 14 Pro, you're getting 4K at 60 on the front and the back, same thing as the iPhone 15. Some important numbers to keep in mind though, you are basically getting 15x zoom on the iPhone 14 Pro, which is very nice. The iPhone 15 does have an upgraded lens from last year, 0.5x zoom still on the outside. You're getting portrait mode, panorama mode, video mode, cinematic mode. You're still getting lots and lots of cool stuff on the iPhone 14 Pro, which is very nice, and I'm very, very happy about that. With the iPhone 15, this is definitely a good camera. It's not better than the 14 Pro, but it's still a solid lens for sure. You know, you're still maintaining a lot of things. You're getting 10x zoom here, so not that big of a difference this year. Still an upgrade from last year from the 14, but you're getting 10x zoom here, 0.5x zoom this time around. You're getting video mode, cinematic mode, and slow mode. Lots and lots of cool features here as well. Like, this is still a very good camera, but I will tell you the iPhone 14 Pro is definitely the better camera when it comes down to it. So to kind of sum up this whole entire video, what I'll definitely tell you is I definitely would look at a phone like the iPhone 15 as a good brand new phone if you want to go ahead and buy it. Like, it's a good option. Like, if you need a brand new device, go for it. But there's a couple reasons why I would still recommend the 14 Pro over it. But the 15, you're getting the dynamic island, USB-C, good build quality. It's a $800 phone, so it's not really cheap, but you know, it's a good phone for sure. The 14 Pro, I think, is the better one. I mean, you're getting a better build quality. You're getting still the dynamic island on both. You're getting lightning, which may be a feature, may not be a feature depending on which way you look at it. I would say better build quality. Like, it feels definitely more premium and more expensive in the hand. And this phone is probably around the same price as this phone in the used market, if not maybe a little bit cheaper. So the choice is yours, but that's kind of how I see both of these phones kind of holding up from that specific perspective. So that pretty much covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that will mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.